Greetings and welcome to this Warband review for Xandire's Truthseekers. This is a little bit different than normal, partly because I don't have enough time to prep. But yeah, this will be a very different Warband review. If you're looking for something more in-depth, I'll have an article, hopefully, which I'll link down below or will eventually post up, which I'll put in the episode description. But yeah, thank you to Games Workshop for providing this for free to review. So let's get on with the review. Now, for the narrative, Xandire's Truthseekers are the Stormcast Eternal Warband for Harrowdeep, sent by, Sigmar, to investigate and find out the mysteries behind Harrowdeep in Uglu. So they found it, and they got trapped in there. But now, once again, they're looking for the eternal curse/boon of eternal life that will help them with reforging. So this is a 4-fighter warband. You have 3 Stormcast and a bird. So starting off with the fighter cards, you have Calitha Xandire. So let me get that to focus. She's a leader and a level 1 wizard. She's movement free, 1 block, 4 wounds, with a range 1 attack that's 3 smash and 2 damage. See, the entire warband inspires when one of them goes out of action apart from the bird. So her reaction is Blazing Purity. After this fighter is dealt damage that will take them out of action, choose one other friendly fighter and heal them too. So it's okay. When she inspires, when someone else dies, she goes to 2 block. She's still a level 1 wizard. Oh, let's get up her. And she gains cleave on her attack. That's pretty much it. Her other reaction doesn't change. She's okay. She's like a bright shield, but less good. Next, you have Dora's Giant Fell. He is a brawler, which is a new type which isn't clarified in the rulebook. So he's movement free, 1 block, 4 wounds with range 1, 2 smash, 3 damage. And that has stagger. His reaction ability, after he's taken out of action, choose one fighter within 2 hexes and push them up to 2 hexes. So you can use that on an enemy or friendly. It's okay. Then when he inspires, his main attack is unchanged, but he gets a scything attack that's 2 smash, 2 damage. He's like Oberyn, but not as good, so that's okay. Next, we have Luxa Stormrider. She's a hunter, which isn't explained in the rulebook, but she's got a 4 range, 2 smash, 1 damage bow, and when she's taken out of action, she makes a range 3 attack action. Oops, so that's okay. And Inspired, once again, goes to 2 block, and gets 3 smash on her bow, gets a charge impact, which is 2 fury, 2 damage. Oh, and gains quick volley. After she takes an enemy fighter out of action with a range 3 attack action, make another range 3 attack action. So, okay. Then the bird, Taros. So yeah, Taros is, let's let that focus. He's a companion for the bow archer. He has movement 5, 2 dodge, 2 wounds. He has a beak, which is range 1, 2 fury, 1 damage. He becomes inspired. Well, it becomes inspired when Stormrider is inspired. Let's focus. If this fighter is within 2 hexes of Stormrider, it counts as a supporting fighter. After a friendly Storm fighter makes a move action, this can make a move of up to 3 hexes. After this, push this fighter, and he must end within 2 hexes of that fighter. So yeah, after a friendly Stormrider makes a move action, push this fighter up to 3 hexes. After this, push this... Oh, so it must be within 2 hexes of Stormrider after being pushed. Okay. Inspired, goes to 3 fury, gets Grievous, and otherwise is unchanged. Push up to 3 hexes. Push up to... Yes, bird. It's okay. It's really small. So, for the cards, I'm not going to pick top picks because I don't have time. So I'll just go through them one by one in order of cards. So first we have Advance as 1. Push a friendly fighter 1 hex towards the nearest enemy fighter. That's... Oh, push each friendly fighter. That's pretty good. Put that in the good pile. Then we've got Blaze of Light. Cast on a single channel. +1 dice to friendly fighters' attack actions. -1 dice from enemy fighters to a minimum of 1. So you can either use it as a buff or a debuff. It's restricted to your leader, obviously. I think it's actually pretty good. Next, we have Blazing Arrow. In the first friendly Stormrider's range 3 attack action, has +1 dice and Grievous. That's, yes, not bad. That's not bad. Cold Strike. You can reroll one attack dice in the attack roll of the first attack made by a friendly fighter. That's good. Crushing Momentum. Play this during a friendly fighter's range 1 attack action made as part of a charge action. Whoop. After the declare attack action step, remove the target's guard tokens, and it has Cleave until it has been resolved. I like Cleave, so for me personally, I think this is good. It also gets rid of guard, so I actually like this. Drilled Efficiency. Choose one friendly fighter with 1 or more move and charge tokens. Give that fighter 1 guard token. I like this. Charge or move in, then get a free guard. I like this, yeah. Flawless Strike. Plays this during a friendly fighter's attack action after the defense roll. If the attack roll contained only successes, including critical successes, gain 1 spent glory. Okay. Let's put that in the okay pile. There's okay/bad. It's not. So then Meteoric Blow. Play this during a friendly Doragars range 1 attack action made as part of a charge action in the declare attack action step. If that attack action is successful, flip 1 feature token in the same text as the target. It's not that great. It's locked into a fighter and you can just flip stuff in the power step by moving onto them. Sigmarite Wardens. Pick 1. Give 1 guard token to each friendly fighter that holds an objective, or give 1 guard token to each friendly fighter that is in enemy territory. I like this. It's difficult, right? I actually think this is okay, because if all your fighters are in enemy territory, it's not great if you've charged with everyone then play it, because you need to decide when you want to play it. So it's okay. It's not in the good pile. Walk It Off. Play this after, it's a reaction that plays after the enemy fighter's attack action that targets a friendly fighter. If that target is now vulnerable, heal 2 and give the target 1 move token. It's not good. Really depending on your opponent, leaving you with 1 wound left. And then we go, so that's those cards. So let's go on to upgrades. So you get Flight of Darts, which is range free, free fury 1 damage. After this attack action, if it resulted in a critical hit, damage 1 to each enemy fighter adjacent to the target. I like that. I think that's good because it's surprise damage, like area damage. So I like that. And it's not restricted to your leader. Grip of Serenity. It's an illusion upgrade, so illusion upgrades can be equipped for free. Give this to the target only if it's a vulnerable fighter. Do not only spend any glory points. At the end of the action phase or when it's out or chosen or dealt damage, break this card. +1 dice to the fighter's attack action, +1 damage to range 1 and 2, and this is on guard. It's too situational to use, so it goes in the okay. It has good effects. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just too situational to get yourself down to 1 damage and get the use out of it. Then we've got Indomitable Will. During an attack action that targets this fighter after the deal damage step, heal 1 this fighter, then break this card. No. Sorry. Keepsake. Rolls of support, single supports are successes in this fighter's attack rolls. Yes. Very good. Yes. Helpful Whispers is back. Then we have Kinetic Lodestone. Ooh. This fighter cannot be pushed after an adjacent enemy fighter's attack action that targets this fighter. Stagger that enemy fighter and give the enemy 1 charge token. So if they've already charged, this is only useful if they're attacking you because it's useless if they charge you. Because they're going to have a charge token anyway. Light of Azir. It's a spell action cast on a single channel. Pick 1 feature token and flip that if it's not an objective token within 1 hex. So if it's flip a Gloom. Or choose 1 friendly fighter within 3 hexes and heal 1. Let's leave that to there. It's just not useful. Raptor's Eye. +1 move to Taros the Bird. I'm already going to put this in the not good pile. While this fighter has line of sight to a fighter, friendly Stormrise can have 1 supporting fighters when making an attack action. It's got a nice effect, but it's not good. I'm sorry. Staggering Charge. Range 1, free fury 2 damage. This attack action has +1 dice. So why not 4 fury? Anyway, knockback 1 and stagger when made as part of a charge action. I like this. This is good. It's not restricted to anyone either, even though it's basically for the archer. Tempered Sigmarite, you can reroll one defense dice. Yep, that's good. I like that. Unfaltering Stride. After this fighter's activation, push this fighter 1 hex. So it's like a duelist speed. That's good. It's not limited to an attack, so you could go on guard and push. Really like that one. Upgrades are not bad. So let's go with the objectives. And I realise I've done this in the wrong order, but it's too late now. So we've got Banish the Dark. It's a dual objective. Score in an end phase if one or more friendly fighters made one or more charge actions and one of those fighters are adjacent to no enemy fighters. For 1 glory, this isn't bad. You can do it with your archer, you know, charge and then, yeah, that's good. I actually like that. It's a nice, easy end phase glory. Bearing Sigmar's Light. Score this in end phase if one or more friendly fighters hold an objective that is not in your territory. I'm going to put that in the okay pile because you're only movement free. And your bird can't hold objectives. Blaze of Glory is a surge. Score this immediately after involving a second or subsequent reaction in the same phase. That's nice because it's only 1 glory, and if you stack your deck with reactions, that's pretty good. Brave the Darkness. Score this immediately after if each fighter has 1 or more charge tokens. You're limited because of your movement free, but I like this. It's a nice, easy surge. Equal to anything. Score this immediately after a friendly fighter's attack action that takes an enemy fighter out of action. If there are no surviving enemy fighters with a higher wounds casterisk than that enemy fighter. Score this what? Score this immediately after a friendly fighter that takes an enemy fighter out of action. If there is no surviving enemy fighter with a higher wounds character... No. Basically kill the highest wound. It's not worth it. Fearless Advance. Scores in an end phase if 3 or more fighters are in friendly fighters in enemy territory. Because it's 2 glory, it's like Conquest, but any turn. And you can score this with the bird, so it doesn't have to be all your warband. So this is good. Nice. Good, good, good. Righteous Blows. Score this in end phase if there are more enemy fighters out of action than there are surviving enemy fighters. This is going in the okay pile, because it's really fluctuated. Like, if you're against a Horde Swarm Warband, it's not too bad, but against elites, it's really tough. Sigmar's Chosen. Score this in end phase if the number of enemy fighters are out of action is equal to or greater than the round number. Stalwart Few. Score this in the end phase if 2 or more surviving friendly fighters are inspired. You need someone to die for this, so let's... When your inspire condition isn't easy, that's not great. Stubborn Yet. Score this in immediately after an enemy fighter's attack action if that friendly fighter... Score this immediately after an enemy fighter's attack action that targeted a friendly fighter if they are now vulnerable. Nope, way too difficult to control that. Unquestionable Might. Hybrid, so score this in the end phase if there are no surviving enemy fighters or 4 more enemy fighters are out of action and no more than 1 friendly fighter is out of action. You know, it's difficult. It's okay. I wouldn't really run this. It's just not great for free glory. We Suffice. It's a dual objective. Score this in end phase if 2 or more friendly fighters are in enemy territory and no enemy fighters are in your territory. It's 2 glory. So if you're being aggressive, it's nice, but in a best of 3, your opponent will play around this. So I'm going to put it in an okay. Like best of 1, this is really good, but your opponent can play around this. It's almost really good. I'm just going to put in okay. So that's it for the warband and cards. For a deck, if you want the deck, I'm going to I'll try and build a championship deck. I'll probably put it into the article. As I said, if I had more time, I'd post the deck up now. It's difficult. I don't know about this warband. They have the tools, but I do think for Stormcast warbands, there are just better ones to play. They're not bad, but they're not good either. Movement free is really limiting, and their inspiring condition is not great. The bird is okay, and they have some decent cards, but they have no real mobility, and when your opponent isn't going to play like aggressive or near you, even then you've only got 1 fighter that's damage free, so it's difficult. I think they're okay / on the low end in terms of power, and you're going to struggle against an opponent that's not going to play near you. So if you're going to build a deck, fill it up with lots of movement cards. The standard movement free thing, you need as many mobility cards as you can get. Lots of +1 damage cards. Your archer is okay. You're probably going to put Glory Seeker in here. Great strength at the moment because of Diachasm. Maybe Savage Strength, but you would need a lot of damage upgrades and mobility. And then mostly only range 1. You've got a leader which is a level 1 wizard, which is nice. I'm not a fan of their reactions. So, pros, they're okay. They have some decent faction cards. Cons, they're movement free with range 1 attack actions. They only have one fighter that's damage free. They have a tough inspire condition. And unfortunately, they have the bird, which is 2 wounds. So that's a easy kill unless you use it aggressively or keep it out of the game, which is kind of not really using it as intended. So, and the other thing, other Stormcast warbands just do what they do, but better. So if you're learning the game with, they're okay, I think, but overall, they're not that great. And as I said, they're on the low end in terms of power. So would I recommend this warband? Probably not. As I said, it's okay for new players. Experienced players aren't probably going to touch these. And yeah, if you're interested in buying them, I've got an affiliate link down below in the episode description, which you can check out, which will give you a 20% discount while at no additional cost to yourself and helping support the channel. So I hope you enjoyed this more brief look at this Stormcast warband for Warhammer Underworlds Harrowdeep. If I have more time for future reviews, obviously I'll be more in-depth. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe. And yeah, tell me what you think about this Stormcast warband. Are they the best ones yet? Or do you think we've already seen better before? But no matter what, remember, you can always find the truth in Warhammer Underworlds as long as you roll lots of crits.